Coming to you live from the palatial studios of PBJ Productions. Welcome to Patrick and BJ Talk Real Estate, where we talk about life, the universe, and everything as it relates to real estate. Hey everybody, it's BJ.
And Patrick.
Thanks for joining us. And guess what today is? Do you know what today is?
I know what today is. Are you going to say it or am I going to say it?
You could say it.
This is
You know what we're going to say?
What?
This is a special day.
It is a special day.
It's a day closer to my birthday. It's a day closer to Christmas.
Christmas.
Day closer to Thanksgiving.
All the things to look forward to.
Right.
Kids are going to be back in school, today?
It could be, depending on when this is. Well, this has to air on the 8th,
September
right?
8th.
September 8th. Do you know what that means? Go ahead.
I know.
Go ahead.
It's our 1 year anniversary of doing our podcast and our 100th episode.
So we want to thank you for being part of the journey with us and joining us along the way. It's been an interesting. We were talking about it's our 100th episode, but we've actually shot over 100.
Definitely. These are some of the mistakes that we've made along the way and learning lessons.
Yeah, whether we had audio issues, we've had video issues, we've had
schedule.
Yeah.
Right, just not being able to get together every week, even though we want episodes coming out every single week.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it be over 100 episodes from the beginning?
Yeah.
What would be like the biggest thing that stands out that you would have learned that we can pass on to someone else if they're doing a podcast? Because I found a stat. I think like 90-something% of people stop after they quit. They do 3 episodes of a podcast and then they stop.
Okay.
So we're already in like the 95th percentile.
Gotcha. Okay, so here's what I would say. What have I learned? I have learned that it's a learning process all the way through.
Oh yeah, because we started with I know some stuff about YouTube, but nothing about podcasting.
Right?
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I learned that you don't need to have everything perfect to start.
Right.
Right?
It's better to get it done.
Just start.
Just start.
Right? We have a mic. We didn't have a mic when we started. A separate mic.
We're on our second or third ring light.
Right?
Yeah, we didn't have good lights.
We didn't have good lights. We have a better stand. Our next thing that we're going to have is a camera, though this one is great, but we're going to have a new camera coming up. So I think I would say what I've learned is start.
Start with what you have.
Yeah.
Most of us have like smartphones that have great video and decent audio capabilities.
Yeah. So that'd be number one. And number two, I would say that we're learning as we go to continually check what we do. Hence why we've shot more episodes than we've used because of audio issues or whatever the case might be.
Right. You're talking from like a technical point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking when you said that, like from a content aspect, like what's has the most traction and going back to something that seems to take to the audience a little bit better, and of course search criteria, those kind of things. Yeah.
I think something else that I learned from this that's cool, and we want to do more and more of it, is getting into shoot some of these amazing properties.
Those are some of the hardest videos to shoot, edit, and speak in front of the camera. For me anyways, just to sound coherent enough and entertain and inform people of whatever the property is. But it's been challenging. I've loved that experience. Yeah. I look forward to doing a lot more of those in the coming years.
Yeah, for sure. And it will be cool to even, there's a billionaire's yacht in the Inner Harbor. Maybe we should go see if we can do a tour of his.
Is that Tommy Hilfiger's yacht?
I'm not sure whose it is. Somebody's yacht is parked in the harbor.
Hey, it's not real estate, but that still would be exciting to.
It's kind of cool
to present,
right,
and share with people, and that's part of Victoria too, because we have those kind of marinas,
right,
and the ability to dock. Is that the right word for it?
I guess so.
Park
Yeah.
them.
Park them.
Park them in the marina.
And then hang out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me see, what else did we learn from this?
Okay, well, while you're thinking,
Yeah.
keep whatever your thoughts are.
Yeah.
If I was going to attempt to do a podcast by myself, I think I might fall into that failure rate of, maybe I would do 10 episodes, 20 episodes, but to be consistent, we're at 100 episodes in a year, whatever that is, one every 3.5 days or something like that. To have that kind of consistency without having some kind of accountability partner. We weren't able to get together every week to shoot episodes, but we were always planning ahead for those times where you might get busy with work, I might get busy with work, or other things in life.
Sure.
So that, I think that has been an integral, critical point to be able to produce this much content in a year.
Yeah, for sure. And the other thing I was going to say is, I think we found too, as we've evolved and grown in this, that there's some cool stuff that we can do as far as places to shoot and things to do. Like we were just at the car show here last weekend.
Yeah,
right?
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun going through there and shooting. And then we shot some stuff. Did we shoot something at Pearson College, or was it just pictures we took there?
We just took some pictures and we talked about, we mentioned it somewhere in one of these videos.
Yeah. That'd be a cool one. We should have shot some video there too, now that I think about it.
Next time. We didn't think ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been there, so I didn't realize how nice it was.
Yeah, it was really,
right?
yeah, very nice. So I think that's, and ultimately beyond that, I think the part is we got to put some good information out there about the market, about just, questions and answers that we answered. People asked questions about. We got to do a lot of, we did some research. I think we did some research, right?
Well, it feels like that's all I do. But that's all part of the our job, anyways.
Yeah.
We're just conveying it into a video format and sharing that, making that available.
Right.
For our audience. And so things that have been pretty cool because the beginning, like our first episodes are not going to be looking like our episodes that are in a year from now. And again, in a year from today, things will change, evolve, improve our equipment, those kind of things. I want to say when we first started, I was totally nervous. Like I've done YouTube videos. I've done, 200, 250 videos, but they're all instructional videos.
Right.
And I kind of know what I'm saying, and I kind of repeat myself, and it's pretty simple once I get going. But this was the first time I was going to be on camera talking about work.
Right.
Like real estate. This is my profession.
Right.
I don't want to sound stupid. I want to be able to, sometimes I blank out and I forget what I was going to say.
Right.
And we were pretty cool with it. We'll just keep rolling. So it doesn't happen as much. I don't feel nervous anymore in front of the camera. I don't think at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know, you've got experience in front of the camera, but.
Yeah, and I think, when Patrick and I talked about this, when we talked about doing this in the very beginning, one of the things we said is we want it to be more like sports talk radio. That was my analogy because I'm a sports guy, so
just a casual approach.
More of a casual, let's sit down and talk about it, and let's, if we bring in third parties, let's make it so that it's not so scripted that we're telling them what to say or whatever it might be. Like we did the great interview with Tyler at Universal.
Supplement King.
Supplement King.
I remember.
And the interview with Devin and his family up in Duncan. That was some pretty cool stuff.
That's not what I expected that we would be doing when we first started this.
Right.
So that was I find that was a fun addition. I can't wait to do more interviews like that. Hopefully those inspire someone watching that, they can either start their own business. There's people, we basically interviewed people that have just got into their business or they just started 2 years ago. So it's not we're not interviewing Elon Musk. That's very difficult to help somebody who's just thinking about starting or getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Or like Devin and his family, they went from renting to buying their first house when they didn't realize they could, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think those are great
Or-
interviews. If
yeah,
you want to look back,
Cor-
I got
yeah.
them on a playlist.
Sure, yeah, and with Corbin, right? With Ugly
And
Duckling.
Corbin, that's right.
I'm actually going to be going there, I think, this week. I'm going to get some gift cards.
Get some gift cards.
For my clients. So
Yeah.
I told them, I'm coming here for all my gift stuff because I want to support local and I want to support my my clients and stuff too. So
Awesome.
yeah, so that
I look forward to doing 100 more.
Yeah, same here. So that is the synopsized version of the last 365 days of us being on YouTube. Thank you again for joining us for the journey. And if you haven't, please take a minute and subscribe to the channel. It'll just help us with growing the channel, and like the video because that helps us too with the way, you know, all the algorithms and things work with YouTube and all that stuff. So, and I think we also at the start of this had no intention of writing a book, but we have a book. We're working on a book.
It's evolving
It's-
to now we're
now
a book is being worked on.
There's
Yeah.
a book being worked on, so make sure if you haven't that you also subscribe to the newsletter because you'll find out all about our book, which will give you some good tools and help you as far as your real estate goals and things like that. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, I hope you stick with us. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please subscribe, and we will catch you in the next video.
See ya.